Greetings, Sedalia Middle School, or it's Jefferson Knapp, the author that came to your school. Mrs. Wisman, I hope I said that right. Okay, up front, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to get a lot of names wrong, okay? I don't even know my name, all right? But Mrs. Wisman, I hope that's how you say it. She emailed me all your letters, and here's a little fun fact about me. I don't like to write. Okay, I'm kidding. I like to write, but that's a lot of letters. So what I'm going to do, I thought, well, I'll just make you this video, and I'll read your letters. I'm not going to read them like out loud and all that, but I'll find little parts in every one, and so we'll just go through them all. And maybe I'll get you out of class work, and you all can watch this video, or maybe I'll just make this video for nothing. I don't know. But I'm gonna read all your letters, and all right, I'm gonna let this black pug do all the work. Okay, so we're gonna read. We'll see how long she stays still. All right, here we go. All right, I'm reading Nikita. I hope I said that right. I'm reading your letter, and I've read all these letters before, but I'm just going back over them. Nikita, you have a question. Do I have a real snake as a pet? Boo? Hey, do I have a real snake as a pet? You better believe we do not have a real snake as a pet. That would be terrifying. I don't think anybody has a real snake for a pet, right? Everybody's scared of snakes like I am. Okay, Alana B, I hope I said that right. Hey, Alana, you hate snakes too, and I think that's cool. And you thought the snake that I brought was cool. That's awesome. All right, a pug just doesn't stay still for very long. Here, let me wind her tail back up so she can go play. Okay. Thank you for the kind words, Alana. Talia, you agree that snakes are scary. Good. So far, everything's going smooth. And thank you for saying that the presentation was inspiring. That's why I do it. Hallie Peck, you liked the 80s? I'm glad your class is reading The Brave Journey. And I'm glad that you're wanting to read the other books. Cool. Okay. Okay. And John Clark, you enjoyed the hairstyles and the band. Menudo. Don't forget that name. You might be on some game show someday, and all the other contestants aren't going to have a clue who Menudo is, but you will. So John, you're basically, it sounds like you're really paying attention to the book. So that's cool. Luis, you like the snake Farangus. Well, a lot of you, I guess a lot of you enjoyed Farangus, my fake snake, but so far a lot of you can't stand snakes. You're scared of them. Okay, Daniel, Farangus was cool but creepy. That's right. All right. Okay, Lucas Foot, I hope I said that right. You're going to hear that a lot. Is there a person who inspired me to become an author? Yes, my nephew Trevor. He actually was in high school. As a high schooler, he was either a junior or senior in high school, and he tried to write me a book. And he wrote a chapter, and honestly, and I didn't have enough time to get into it, but I tried writing him a book too, which was hard. And I wrote about a boy who goes to the end of his driveway, and that's as far as I got. And so, okay, so later on that next summer is when I came up with the idea for The Brave Journey, and so, in a way, my nephew inspired me to become an author because he gave me that desire to write a story up front. But I had something what you would call writer's block. So, it took a good half year for that story to brew in my goofy head and to come up with the idea for the Brave Journey. Okay. Alrighty. Now some of these scans that I'm looking at of your letters, they're a little bit hard to read, but I'm pretty sure I can make it out. A Mavis, or a Mavi. I don't know. I'm taking a guess at it. Okay. You were talking about why did I have a dog run through the house? Okay, I think that's what you're talking. So you're talking about Paco the rat terrier running through the Biggs' house. I thought it was just kind of a funny scene to picture Benjamin's mom, Carol, chasing this little rat terrier through a house, like a crazy woman. Just maybe I've seen it one too many times happen in my own house, okay? So that's why I had Paco racing through the house. Malix or Malix? What did I think? What did I think of a character before I thought of Ferengis the Python? I really didn't think of any big bad villain as any other animal. I just, I told you I'm so scared of snakes. Snakes to me, right up front, are the bad guys of all the animals. So it was easy to decide a snake would be the bad guy. Now I have other animals in future books as bad guys, so snakes aren't always the bad guy. Okay, what was the first name that came to your mind before Benjamin? Jacob, honestly, was I think it might have been Jacob was the kid's name before I decided Benjamin. So I don't get that. I don't get asked that very often. Thank you, Malix or Malix. Again, I know how embarrassing it probably is to have your name misspoken, but and it's happened to me before too. But I apologize, but I'm doing my best. Okay. So Macy Anderson. Okay. Yeah. So you're enjoying the Brave Journey, and you enjoyed the real places, and you're hoping to get some books out of this whole thing. That sounds cool. I hope you do too. Okay, Hattie. You enjoyed the humor of the presentation? Thank you. What do you mean? I wasn't trying to be funny. I was being very serious. Okay, Hattie, I enjoyed coming to your school, and I'm glad you enjoyed Ferengis. Roman, you're surprised that I have such a great imagination. I appreciate that. Sometimes I'm surprised I can even think. Okay, I think that's what you're asking. Roman is asking, how did I come up with all the hideouts? So like the fox den and the barn. Well, those, just as a kid, just being able to wander around, outside my house, my parents' house, just exploring. There were just some places that I found, like stuff that you would see outside of Sedalia, or maybe probably actually inside your town. You have a really cool town, like at your park or whatever. There's going to be places that you're going to remember as a kid when you're older, that you remembered as a kid, and you're going to think, wow, that kind of looks like something from a movie, and so that's how I came up with the hideouts, because just from exploring all these places as a kid. The characters, I had pets, and not only did I have pets, but I had friends, or I went to pet stores, and I remember, like there was a pig named Clementine at a pet store in a town close by, and Clementine the pig didn't look like Clementine the pig in the book, but I remembered the name Clementine, and so Paco was a real dog, and so was Pugsley, and all these other animals. The first book took 2 years to have it officially made. So 2 years from starting it to having it in my hand. And that, I don't know if that seemed like a long time or a short time, but for a while it seemed like a long time. Now it doesn't seem very long. And what did I want to be before becoming an author? A stand-up comedian was my dream before I became an author. So, but the joke was on me, right? Okay, Zeke. Appreciate all the funny pictures with the hairstyles, and Princess. Okay, thanks for the compliments and about being creative and fun. Zeke, that's why I do the presentations. I try to make them as fun as possible for you guys. And you kids are it's just like you give me a boost whenever I'm presenting, and you guys are laughing at my pictures and my stories. There's nothing better. It's so much fun. Okay, Jacob, but it could be, Jacoby. I can't tell if there's an E at the end, okay? But probably Jacob, but it could be Jacoby. Sorry if I know I messed up either way, okay? You enjoyed learning about the pictures of Princess and Pugsley and you enjoyed the books. I appreciate that. You love mysteries, and that's a cool thing. It's always good to love mystery when you're young. It kind of stays with you as you get older. Jade, you enjoyed the baby pugs, Pugsley and Princess's babies. Yeah, they were cute. I wish I would have been able to spend more time with all of them, but it seemed like when my parents were finding other homes for them, they went away. They went fast. Now Mac went to my sister's house, so I got to watch him grow up for 14 years, and so he turned into a really old pug. But it was cool seeing him as a little baby pug, or a pig, kind of. This could be Reese. I hope that's how it is, Reese. You love Pugsley and Princess. Yep, they were a good couple. You have an idea for a book. How interesting. You might not want to tell me about it, because what if you're the one that can write the book, you know? You might as well get all the credit. Okay, Kayla. Let's see here. You love Pugsley and Princess too. Good. And the pig, and you even enjoyed seeing what could have happened to my pig if he turned into a razorback. By the way, I didn't tell you my pig's name, but his name was Kramer. Okay? Kramer was my pot-bellied pig's name. You may have heard of a famous TV show called Seinfeld, and Kramer was the goofy character on the show, and so Kramer, it just sounded like a fun name for my actual pig. But Clementine was also a real pig. Okay? Jimmy Zolpa? Maybe? I'm sorry, Jimmy, if I said it wrong. My pleasure for coming to your school, and alright. Thank you for the compliments, Jimmy. Okay. Now, RJ Laster, maybe? Hopefully I said that right. RJ. Thank you for enjoying the book. You enjoyed Roscoe's dad in The Brave Journey, and the story of how he lost his eye. Yeah, Fergus took that thing. Although I never mentioned if he ate it. Ugh, nasty snakes. I don't know if he did or not. I just know he took it, okay? And thank you for enjoying the pictures. Cool. Alright, I will keep writing, RJ. Rashaud, I hope I said that right. Rashaud. Or maybe it's Rochelle. Again, I have a hard time reading cursive, you know? So, sorry about that. But, thank you for the kind words, and I'm glad you were able to enjoy learning about the books. Okay, Trevor. You enjoyed the animals? And, okay, when Pugsley was ran over, what did it feel like when Pugsley got ran over? I'll be honest with you, Trevor. It was like, I don't even know. It was like it wasn't like I was told about it. I found him in the road. And so, man, just seeing him laying there in the road, it was just like, this is impossible. There's no way Pugsley is dead. And, but he was. So that was a very sad moment, day, week. But like I said, I gave all my attention and love to Princess, and so now my other dog's wandering around. But I'm glad it's never happened to you, Trevor. If you ever have a dog, unfortunately they will eventually pass away, but who knows? Maybe you'll have a robot dog and it won't. Okay, Nadia? I apologize. It's one of those three, though. I'm taking a guess. Nydia? My pleasure to talk about my books to you, and all right. Glad you enjoyed Ferengus too. That's why I got him, so you guys will either be scared into reading or you will be excited about reading. I don't know. Either way, it works. Okay? Dela? I hope I said it right. Best part of the presentation was the names, how I got the names for the characters. Cool. Yeah. I'll tell you what, those naming characters in a book is a lot of fun because, I mean, that's who you're sticking with all throughout the process of writing, and then they become real to you, you know. But a lot of those characters were real in the first place, so, you know, Clementine just happened to be in real life, Clementine was a white pot-bellied pig in this pet store. In the book, he's more like the pot-bellied pig that I had that was black, and that guy's name was Kramer, but I thought Clementine was a perfect name for the pig in the book, okay? And Roscoe from the Dukes of Hazzard, that goofy sheriff guy. There's all these fun names. Okay. Delilah. You enjoyed the pictures of the 80s? Well, you should have been there for the 80s. It was an amazing time. Oh, I miss the 80s. But I hope that the years that you are living as a kid are just as exciting as they were for me when I was a kid. Okay, how did I come up with Ferengus's name? And why is he an albino snake? Well, okay, Ferengus, this is goofy. Now, see, whenever I started writing this book, some of these names ended up changing, but I had to have a name just to throw in there. So, Ferengus's first name was, it was Vladimir Python. I don't know. Vladimir, okay? It just sounded like kind of like a vampire's name. Vladimir, you know, Dracula. Because I think Dracula's real name was Vladimir. Now, he wasn't like the Dracula that you know. And don't get scared, by the way. Don't have nightmares over that. Vladimir Python was Ferengus's original name, but I knew it was going to change. And so I Googled, okay, a list of all these, like, it might have been Persian or ancient Babylonian names, but anyway, I found these names, like lists of hundreds of names, and I was just going through each one, and I saw Ferengus, and so it was like, that's a snake's name, and there it was. I found Ferengus's name on a list of Persian or Babylonian or something. I don't remember. I've looked up quite a few different kind of languages, their names. He's an albino because, and originally he wasn't, but he is because the author that helped me, he had a book about a giant shark that was an albino shark, and because he helped me so much, it was kind of like my way of honoring him or thanking him. So I made my snake an albino, just so it would kind of like be a nod to Steve Alton, the author, who has his second book turned into a movie this summer. Hopefully it's better than the first one. Okay, so there you go. Gunnar Wansing, I don't know if I said that right, but Gunnar, you've got a cool signature, by the way. I'm kind of jealous. I'm jealous of everybody's signatures, honestly. I can't stand mine. Okay, You enjoyed the pictures and learning about Generation X. That's cool. Because we were a cool generation. Maybe. You enjoyed seeing how fat Princess got. Yeah. And the way I came up with the names. You enjoyed that. So I appreciate those comments. Thank you. Brooklyn, Cowgill. Okay. Thank you for, you enjoyed hearing about how important it is for you to use your imagination. It is. And the advice on how the books are made and how I write my books. And yes, I'm glad to help you with any kind of tips I can give you for writing books. And I'm glad your class is reading The Brave Journey. I really hope you all just get hooked on that. And hopefully it'll get you excited about the series, because that series really is, it really is one big story in 6 books. And that 6th book will come out this August, okay? So, thank you for welcoming me to your school. Okay, we got Alex. I'm glad you enjoyed where I came up with my ideas and the pictures, and cool. Sounds like you're enjoying the Brave Journey. So, I'm glad to hear that, Alex. Iriana, I hope that's right. You thought it was sad how Pugsley died. Yes, I reeled you in with Pugsley's death, and then I showed you a picture of a big fat pug named Princess right after that. So that was my little hook for the punchline. Okay. Yeah, 80s pictures are always fun to look at. Man, that was a long time ago. Okay, Trinity Thorson. Thank you for enjoying my jokes. Thank you for your sympathies for the loss of my dog. I'm glad you're enjoying the book. Branson Myers. Okay, you liked that I was kind and funny. Thank you. I kind of thought maybe if I was mean and serious, you wouldn't enjoy it as much. So I thought, why don't we try kind and funny this time? And it worked. You enjoy how the Roscoe the fainting goat faints. Will I ever turn this into a movie? Well, Branson, of course I'll turn it into a movie, but that's where you come in, and I need to borrow $150 million. But if we want to do it right, let's go ahead and bump it up to $200 million, okay? All right, then we'll get ourselves a good movie. Bo? I think that's who it is. Unless it's Brow, but I don't think it's Brow. I think it's Bo. Okay, well, my pleasure. I'm glad to have been to your school, and I'm glad you enjoyed the characters in the book, and I'm happy that you're enjoying the Brave Journey in your class. This is either Ariel, Avid. I'm not really good at this name, okay? I apologize, but you know who you are. Okay, my pleasure. I'm glad I got to visit your school, and I'm glad you enjoyed Ferengus and the banners behind me. Those are a lot of fun to put up. I always enjoy having those banners behind me so y'all can see how big, to see the big covers. So it just adds more stuff for you to look at for the presentation. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Olga, thanks for enjoying my personality and the fact that I'm chasing my dreams. And I am happy with that decision. It's not a, with every job that you have your great days, and you have days that are like, eh. And so it's not always just like, wow, this is incredible. But it's pretty fun. And the really good times are going and talking to you kids. And so I'm glad you enjoyed it. That makes it all the better. We have, this could be Though? Hannah? Johanna? I don't know. But anyway, sorry about that. You're the... thank you. I appreciate you saying I'm the best author a kid could ask for. That means a lot to me. And yeah, so I know I probably messed up your name, but I appreciate the kind words, all right? Okay. Caden Ray. And I believe this is the last letter. When will you be able to make your books into a movie? Okay, who was I just talking to about that? You enjoyed that I was funny. Well, Caden, let's see. Branson. Okay, Caden. Here's the thing. You and Branson are going to have to team up on this one so we can get a movie, okay? And if that means each of you pay $100 million and you put it together and we got ourselves a movie, then that's what's going to happen, all right? Or maybe you both will become movie directors or producers down the road and you can make some moves with that. So anyway, yes, I want this to become a movie so badly. I think it'd be so great to see. I want to see it. That's why I enjoy making the book trailers also. If you haven't seen the book trailers, you can check out my YouTube channel. Just search Jefferson Knapp and you'll be able to see them, like the first 4 books. This summer I'm going to make one giant trailer for the entire series. So it'll be really cool. But anyway, yeah, I want this to be a movie. And so Sedalia Middle School, you guys were so much fun. Your gym was awesome. Your principal's a great guy. Your teachers were so nice. And just everything about your school was so much fun. It was such a good visit. And I appreciate you. And so thank you for joining me down in the den of my castle. And, and I hope that this video... I don't know. I hope it brings a smile to your face. So guys, it was so much fun reading your letters. Sedalia, you were an awesome school. Awesome staff, teachers, principal. Your gymnasium was cool. So I appreciate you so much for letting me come to your school to talk to you guys. And all you kids that are reading The Brave Journey in class. Well, first off, I just have to say I am so sorry for... at the very end of the book, when I...
Ay, ay, ay.